Okay, so I'm working in my faces book, and this one over here with the amazing eyes is going to be this one, which is the two things. For this one, a couple things I want to do right off the bat so I don't freak myself out. I am going to come right here and take her hands off her chin. And then I'm gonna cut her face in half, because you can get all precious and be like, oh, I don't wanna cut her face in half. She has such a pretty face. But we have two halves of a face. So now I need stuff for her hair and I need stuff for the middle. This one I'm not working on today. She's just gonna be kind of if we see anything. So this is Birds in Bloom. I love Birds in Bloom because there's lots of birds and blooms. No, and flower. Get it? This is an old Bird in Bloom. We got any good? All right, there's a butterfly and some flowers. The older ones aren't as good. If you do a new subscription, they have some really good ones. That's pretty. Those are pretty. Huh? Okay. They would contrast nicely with her skin. I'm not sold on that yet. We have dolphins. Oh, that's fun. That big faucet. All right, there's doggle. Tiger. I love tigers. I feel like I get an inordinate amount of pictures of tigers. We could possibly, oh, let's grab this for his ears for her. Do we want to do that? The whole ear isn't there. I'll keep that in mind. These are the kids' magazines. They have good pictures. Not seeing anything I want for there. All right, here we go. Let's start. Samantha Bee. Everybody always wants fashion magazines, but don't forget, you don't always, like, you want lots of other things too. We're not using those flowers. You want other things in here too. Not just fashion. Now we could use some, she has fun eyes. Whew, I found it. Never fear. Those are snazzy pants. All right, that flower's cute. That honey drip is cute. I don't know whether it's for the one girl or the other girl, but I like it. Almost feel like it's for the lady with the tiger eyes. You can't get fussy when you're doing magazine collage because you only get what you can find, right? Ooh, that looks like a gun. See, that's what makes magazine collage fun. I wouldn't want gun imagery in my magazine collage because I'm a bit of a tree hugger. I'm a vegetarian. But you may live outdoors. You know, your people may do lots of hunting. And that may be what, it's kind of fun. Gifts we love. We love. Huh. Huh. We love. All right. She has interesting teeth. Very interesting face. So when we're not looking for faces right now, but we'll see lots of them here. When you're looking for faces, don't forget, you don't want them turned sideways like that because it will mess up your collage unless you can find eyes that are exactly the same way as that is. Because Jennifer's a good one. She's in lots of ads. You can find her easily. and she faces the camera. Ooh, look at that hourglass, like sands. Okay, let's do the hourglass. Now the faces ones aren't crazy, weird, funky. Okay, sitting here looking at this, I almost think I want to do the Black Panther from this cover. Give her his ears. I'm going to do that. So that's going to be super striking. I'll have to paint some of them, but we'll put the top of the Black Panther coming out of her. And then We Love works, right? Because we do love the Black Panther. At my house we do. And then we could do the time. Okay, I'm going to stop there and cut that out and see. But before we do that, I want to use kind of a simple black background paper. So, do we want to, since we have black, do we want lots of color? Do we want dots? Do we want kind of, I don't want flowers. So I think it's between these two. Okay? Between kind of a dark background and a light background. I almost feel like we need the light background, right? Because we're going to have dark on there. Okay, so we're going to use this as our background paper. I'm going to put that on with Mod Podge and then cut those other things out, and I will be back. Okie dokie. So I did go ahead and put the Mod Podge on last night. I've been using these silicone makeup brushes with the Mod Podge. And look, you never have to clean them. When you get up in the morning, you just peel the extra off. So I had a gal mention that she did get hers at the dollar store. I order mine online. I'll put a link to them below, but they are amazing if you're using Mod Podge. Okay, so I'm going to have to turn my book so I can cut off these edges. Oh no, I'm going to have to cut backwards. Maybe I could tear after a minute. Oh, there we go. So if I get that first part done, I can tear it down. Okay. Whew. That was going to be not only painful to do, but painful to watch, right? Okay, so if I'm pulling against the pages, and these are all like they're double and triple pages, so this feels like a double page in my altered book. They're sturdier than if I was just tearing against one little old book page. And you'll see some of it came up, and if that bothers you, then don't do it this way. It just doesn't bother me at all. I like texture, and I like all different things happening in my pages. Hang on, let me do this. Uh-oh, we got doggies. Doggies that want to come in. Hold on. So it was funny. I was filming a video yesterday on how to go to estate sales to get altered books like these, because people keep saying, I can't buy your book. It's like $300. And I get all my books at either estate sales or at auctions. So yesterday I went to an estate sale. I got 2 different books. And I filmed how it goes because I had a feeling that maybe it's just that it's a little intimidating for you guys. So that will be coming. Okay, here we go. So this is this. I made the word, instead of we love, it's love. So you can take all your letters and you can do whatever you want with them, right? So I made it's love. I'm so sad the Black Panther is dead. He died of, I believe, cancer. But what a nice man. All right, so we have this little bit. We have this. Oh, I forgot to cut this out. Darn it. Hold on. I really need this to add a little bit of interest in the back. And to me, it's kind of feels like his time ran out, right? Chadwick Boseman, is that his name? He seemed like a delightful man. And he was such an inspiration to little African-American kids who hadn't seen, you know, a strong male role model as a superhero. You know, you have those guys on, oh, what's that one? Captain America. But they were definitely the supporting players where the Black Panther was the guy, right? So that's a loss. That's a loss for a lot of people. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. Well, this definitely has a top and a bottom because it has a flat end and a booby end. Okay, we also have his tie. How cool is that? I don't know why he has a tie, but he has a tie. So we're going to cut that in half. Everything on this is cut in half, right? Except for that so far. So we're going to cut his ears in half. Okay. So this is going to go here, right below his eye. Now, I was just wondering, I wonder if I could use this to kind of fit out another part of his head. Well, look at that. Bingo. Sweet. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, so we did, where'd we cut it? Boop, 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 just below his eye. Okay. All right. Nice. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So now we need the, like exactly the whole, no, not quite the whole paper, because we don't have his eye. Okay, so we have it down to where it gets to his eye. All right, so I'm going to start gluing stuff because, oops. Well, that was weird. Whew. My good Nouveau glue, my favorite. I don't know if I've told you about Nouveau yet. Nouveau doesn't make my magazine pages wrinkly, and let's see how high this goes. And it, hold on, okay. And it dries clear, and the spout doesn't get all funky. So that is why it's my favorite. Okay. Now we do want this to be the same because I'm doing a mirror one, right? A backwards mirror one. Is that it? Okay, his ear is, well, that is, as we say in our house, close enough for government work. I like how her teeth aren't exactly the same. All right, so I'm gonna put her, well, first off, let's see. We have, I believe, a very strong color back here. So I want to break that up. So I'm going to use this. This is a background piece from the, from that, like, it's kind of tile. So let's see if we can break this up a little bit. So let's put a piece down here. Things are more interesting when they have a little bit of character. That's why whenever you see a wrinkle or you see anything like that, don't freak out because it'll make your artwork more interesting. Okay, that's good. Let's do a piece up here. Okay, behind that ear. So we're very subtly highlighting, you know, her face and his ears without screaming, hey, look at me, I'm highlighting his face and her ears, right? All right, smoosh that over. Good job, good job. All right, let's do, I'm thinking, how's this? A little piece coming from the top there. Not too much, because motherhood doesn't really fit into our bold, strong, well, hopefully it does, but that's kind of not what my theme is here. All right, now if we go all the way to the top, can we get the bow tie in? We can. And I kind of want the bow tie to go right, like them all to touch. So we're going to do that. All right, I'm going to start gluing. We're going to glue this almost to the top. Now, obviously that's not how wide her head would be, although this did come out really, really cool. So I have a couple options. I could I like that it has the same pattern and texture as the real Black Panther head. So I could just do that. Maybe nobody would notice. I could fill in with black up here. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. That isn't something I have to decide right this second. Okay, another thing, I have a gluing tip for you. Look how much glue I put on there. Not very much. You know why? Because it's paper. And I'm pasting paper to paper. And honestly, you don't need a ton of glue to make paper stick to paper. It's true. Okay, let's see. As my piece of head comes up, because I don't know, it didn't come up. Uh-oh, we forgot our time piece. I almost think I'm going to take half of this. Like, you and I may be the only ones that really realize this is a timepiece, because it does kind of look like a tear. See how we're getting good graphic things going, but it's not exactly the same, right? We're not trying to make it, it's not a mirror. Okay, there we go. Scooch over there. Perfect. Okay. Now we have our bow ties. This one goes here, unless we like it better this way. I like it better that way. Alright. Okay, now, oh, I wonder how they got so, they should be relatively, her eyes are relatively even. I am not worried about it. So now we need to figure out where to put our It's Love. What happens if we put our V in there? I think I'm gonna like this. Okay, I love that. And You need your apostrophe S because technically that's correct. It is love is the correct way to say it. And as an artist, I know that there is nobody more rabid about proper things than the grammar police. If I did not have an apostrophe S, they would say, that's it's, not it's. I have a newsletter that I send out every week, and I send it to like 6,000 people, 7,000 people now. And I'll have people email me and say, I know you wouldn't want, I'm telling you this because I know you wouldn't want to have put your apostrophe in the wrong place. And honestly, I thank them and I fix it because they'll help me. I mean, I'm not offended. They're right. But they're so sincere. The grammar police truly cares that you do your punctuation correctly. My mom, I say lots a lot, so when I write my blog posts, I have to, or a lot most is what I say the most, a lot. And when I was younger, I would do it a space lot. And my mom, who was an English major in college, thank the sweet baby Jesus, she died before I became a blogger and started producing thousands of words of content, because grammar did matter to her too. Maybe that's why I'm like, oh, I just had a revelation that I make fun of the grammar police because they remind me of my mom. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. My Nuvo's running out. I would be sad, but I have another bottle. I love Nuvo. Okay, there we go. There we go. One more E and we're done. I am going to then go start to doodle on it. I may try a little bit of, I'll do it with you while we're here. I'm going to try, I've never really used my white India ink, and I wanted to see how that works. Isn't that funny? My mom was pretty critical. I don't think she could help herself. All right, let's see if we can use this to knock back. And she's been gone 24 years, so please don't feel like you need to. I'm used to it. She died when I was 30. I'm 54 now. I'm to the point in my life where I remember the great things about my mom instead of the bad things, right? Come on. All right, I feel like I'm not getting anything in here. Well, we're going to have to try something different. Let me see first what happens. Oh, it does knock it back a little bit. Okay, with that in mind, then we need a bigger drip pile. Because I like the graphics of this, but I feel like it's the black in the back is taking away. Oh, it's starting to bleed too. Excellent. We'll get, all right, I have to be very careful because I don't want to get this on the Black Panther parts. I want to get this on the back parts. There's a slight chance I just put my book into my India ink. All right, we're gonna have to do a little splash. And India ink is water soluble when wet and permanent when dry. so not water soluble. Water reactive, you can use it with water. All right, let's get this. Oh, see, that one's going too. Cool. We're getting a little gradient. I wonder which part of it moves. Interesting. And this is Dr. P.H. Martin's India ink. I bought set number 2, which we're not using today, and I bought a bottle of black and a bottle of white. And I wasn't sure how the white was going to go, because a lot of times white is a hard color to make ink from, because generally they make ink from pigments, and I'm not sure white has a pigment. Huge question mark. Oh, I love what this is doing. See how, and then I can go and highlight the its and start to make that stay. Oh, I got it on that lady, and then I panicked, and I got more on that lady. Which is a very pretty face. I don't think I would have put my Black Panther ears on a white girl's face. I think that would have made me sad. I think as a champion for the African American community, I would not have felt comfortable stop it. Doing that. I don't think it would be cultural appropriation, but I think it would be a mismatch, and not in a good way. Like a lot of times in art, you can have a mismatch and it's in a good way, but you want to not just think about your art, but how your art affects other people. Because even if you're like me and you talk to like 100 people, it's important to do things, unless you're a shock artist, right? Like maybe you do all things that annoy people, but I like happy people. I can't make people mad all the time. But as an artist, I like to make sure that what I create makes people more comfortable in the world. And so because I'm not African American and because I'm not Asian American, I am Hispanic. I try to just be like, it's not my place to decide what bothers them or the only person I can say who it bothers is me. And my kids, who I adopted, but who are Hispanic too, love that they're Hispanic. They're so cute. I have the best kids. Josie was so funny the other day when I was doing a different video, and my son, and he said, "You said my name," as if I don't talk about my family. He's so cute. He's my best little guy. So, anyways, I think I'm done with this. I am going to let this dry and let it get itself all permanent, and then I'm going to do some doodling, some outlining, some black around here. This is turning out super cute. Or maybe not super cute, super powerful. That's more the word. I feel like she is a bad mama. Okay. All right. I think I could do all this all day because this is very relaxing. But am taking a Diane Reevely class. I love her. Classes are online. I'll put a link to her Etsy store. You can take classes. She's been doing this for a very long time. She does cuter stuff than I do. Like sweet, fun, whimsical. But I think you can learn techniques and then extrapolate them to your art, right? Plus, she's been doing it for 20 years. Having become a grown-up and in my 50s, I have come to find out that I don't know everything, which was a shock. And then number two, that I can always learn something. So like in marketing, I'm very experienced. I've been doing it for over 20 years. And a lot of times I won't get anything from a class or something like that. But I try to just take one little tip from everything I do. And so maybe you could do that too. Like maybe on this one you find out that you would like to try India ink, or that it's okay to listen to other people's feelings while you're making your art. So just try to, in each course or video you take, try to pick up one thing and really learn it. So anyways, I'm going to go let this dry, and I'm going to go back and listen to Diane some more. Okay, it's super funny. I was doing a little cleanup for my nice fancy faces journal here. So it's done, and there's some things that I love about it. I didn't decide to go over. Ooh, I have to still, it's almost done. I need to outline this girl with the Posca pen, but I think it turned out amazing. I love how this came out. I love how this is in the teardrop. I did her eyelashes, and I would say that this is the first time that I've really been excited about eyelashes, and I want to tell you a tip I got from Karen Campbell, who draws faces, not does magazine collage. I'll put a link to her channel. But see, how I always thought all eyelashes went out, but Karen Campbell explained to me that about halfway they start going the other way, and they really do, which seems weird. But I was really cognizant of that, and I think that made a huge difference in this piece, making her eyelashes look real. And it's almost, I can't tell if the color does this for you, but because this was the shaded half of her face and this was the light half of her face, it almost looks like it could be two different people. I really do love how this one came out, and I love that it's going in my faces journal. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.